G'day guys, I'm Chris, you're watching Game Chambers, and today we are playing Age of Sigmar Stormground. This is a tactical roguelike game released by Focus Interactive, and it nearly missed my radar, so I'm into a bit of the tactical games, I'm into the roguelike games, and this one is a little bit of both. I've also been a long-term Warhammer player, both tabletop and pretty much most of the PC style games. I haven't really gotten into tabletop Age of Sigmar. The lore did put me off to start with, but I'm sort of starting to warm to it a little bit. I've had a little bit of a go of this, seen how it all works, and now I'm going to actually reset the game and start again for your viewing pleasure. Let's get right into it. Okay, so we're going to go in here as the Stormcast Eternals, and you can see it's kept my colour scheme. I liked a bit darker than the standard colours. So
the Stormcast Eternals are mortal heroes that have been remade into godlike warriors in the forges of Azir, each the embodiment of Sigmar's storm. They are the God King's wrath, made manifest, and they were created for one single purpose: outright war.
So basically, these guys are space marines in a fantasy environment. So we're going to see how we go with this. More into my elves personally, but this will have to do. And you can see right here, it tells you straight up, you shall die in the battles ahead. And that is not just certain, it is expected. So we'll see how often we die, we'll see how many restarts we have to make. I did play through Other Side recently and really quite struggled with that game. But this one, at least your health resets after every mission, so we'll see how we go. So we're starting at Thanatos Manse in the realm of Shaiish.
Shaiish, realm of death. A place of finality and endless decline. There resides Thanatos Manse, a stronghold long thought to be unassailable. It teems with frenzied night-haunt spirits, cursed to linger there by Nagash himself. It is here the tide turns for the God King's faithful. The stars themselves have been read, and they have revealed to Sigmar a champion. Freyr Skyhelm, a Lord Celestant, loyal and lion-hearted. Like the Manse itself, Freyr bears deep scars of night-haunt malice, but she will stand tall and thunder on you. Whether it be with vengeance or valiance in her heart, only Sigmar knows.
There's one thing I've noticed so far in the voice acting. While good, seems to be very hammy and definitely played up. I'm not sure if I like that. Maybe on the fence a bit, but we'll see how we go. Okay, this is our
Turn back, traveler! The dead forgive no trespasses.
Foul ghouls, tormentors of my dreams, I will have vengeance.
Okay, so it's going to teach us how to play. It's all left click. We are going to click through this. Alright, we left click to move, and then left click to select, then left click to move. Little red lines are going to show us when we're going to be attacked. Now, if you ever played Fire Emblem, this works similarly. They will counter-attack when we move, and then we we attack. So it's always you go, I go when you get into a melee fight. So we're actually going to let them hit us first.
My body is weak, my will remains.
And you can see they were chunking down a bit.
Curse your blasphemous
Okay, let's explain the armor system. So you can see we got 2 yellow pips up here. That's our armor. That basically subtracts from the damage any unit does and then applies this remainder to our health. Works the same for enemies. These are our abilities down here. We could knock them back, but it only does damage if there's something behind them. It also only does the 1 damage. This one will force them to move and engage us. We don't need to do that either, but we would like to move forward a bit, so we're going to just kill this guy.
I will press forward. Begone, shadow! Haunt my nights no more!
So he'll move in and attack us, and we'll finish him off. Yep.
A cruel blow, but not a fatal one.
And there we go.
This is
First
no
wave
dream.
down.
This is waking. Last I recall, I was cast from High Azir to the realm of Shaiish, and then I lost myself. The trauma of my reforging lingers still.
Okay, so let's head towards these skull pyres. Is this what we need to destroy now?
Those pyres draw the wayward dead to defend the manse.
And now we have some ranged fire support here.
Castigators reporting. Did you leave any glory for the rest of the Brotherhood, Lord Celestant?
Nay, sisters. There's no glory to be had here. Only vengeance. Our target is those pyres. If we destroy them, victory is ours.
Okay, it's telling us what we can do with these, and we can attack them with ranged attacks. You can see here, that's only going to do 2 damage to them, and it's going to make us move forward. So what we want to actually do, so we're going to move into here. These guys are going to come in and attack our Lord Celestin. So we're going to make them come in first.
I will not fail any challenge.
I know what space they're going to be in. Well, that was not what I wanted to do, but we're just going to try and destroy this now. Shows you need to think ahead a little bit. This is talking about the Aether. This is your mana essentially, built up every turn, and you use it to activate your abilities. So we're going to put the damage on there, half destroyed that one.
I am prepared to do my duty.
Now we can move forward this way. They'll attack us. We can handle another hit or two. Are we threatened here? Okay, we'll move over here just to make sure we're not being threatened. And that'll destroy that this turn. Okay, so this guy may have messed up again. The difficulty curve's quite high, especially for a tutorial type level. Okay, that's the first one of those pyres down. Might be in a bit of trouble here though, so what we'll do, take that out, and then move this here and knock them back just to protect our castigators. And next turn we can move them up and start focusing on the pyre, but Freya's getting a little bit low. Just only 3 hits left. Let's move up here. Start bombing that skull pyre.
My commitment is
Kill this guy off. Okay, and then we're going to move up, try and deal with these ones. Got to remember to click that end turn button. Okay, they're coming in. They won't get to attack because of how far they've moved.
duty, honor, justice.
So we'll take 1 damage from each attack from them. We can take 2 attacks. So if we move up, we can challenge them to force them to attack us this turn. And then we can keep moving these castigators over and bombing that skull pyre. So we know Freya's going to take another hit, but she's got 2 health left. So we're fine. There we go. Artillery goes down, skull pyre goes down, and mission complete. We cut that one a bit close.
The God King's divine will is clear. The liberation of Thanator's manse commences. And so does my own redemption. Sigmar willing.
Not sure why she keeps talking about our redemption. I guess we'll find out as we go through. There's the first mission done. What do we get? Just our castigators and a bit of lore. So I might wait till we've got all 4 if I'm going to read through those. The game does have a play button to listen to the characters speak them. Rather well acted, but I believe they speak really slow and I struggled to listen to it. Alright, so this is our map. So where we'll pick our path. We only have one option at the moment, which is the West Battlements. A procession of Ghast is entrenched in the West Battlements. Put them to rest. So we're going to go up against these 2 guys. I'm not familiar with what each picture is just yet, but these are, I believe, the same enemies we just fought in this mission, and these I think are the ranged ones. Yeah, we're going to get a blue skill and we are going to get a tank class. So let's load this one up. Okay, so that's our hero slot, and this is where we can add more troops. So let's add our castigators to the army. Now, this is all the stuff that we have learned. And so we got no war gear skills, divine axe, but we have a lore page. And we can right click on that and we can hit play.
Braving the blighted realm of Shaiish gives me purpose. It is true, but it carries no joy with it. How long has it been since phantom steel bit into me, fighting in Gairan's depths?
She talks really slow. It's quite well acted, but I'm not going to. I'll listen through all that. Now I come to the realm of the horror that once slew me. The pain of reforging lingers still. Even that is nothing compared to the pain of losing Cobalt. We'll learn later that Cobalt is actually her dragon. Is that a blessing or a curse? I know it is not my place to decide. I have my duty to perform for the god of the mortal realms. That is enough. I will lead my new Stormcast Brotherhood, named in my honour, and together we will strike down the perfidious spirits infesting Thanator's lands. Then, Sigmar willing, I will know something of a warrior's rest, at least for a short while. Okay, getting to know a little bit about the story here. Let's take these two into the next mission.
Cast me to the field. I will be your light in the darkness, your lightning bolt of retribution.
We're going to learn about elevation this map. See here, we've got raised platforms. Okay, we choose where we bring our hero in. Only one choice this time. And this is our power. This is used for summoning our unit. So you can see this one here costs 3 purple gems, and we have 3 purple gems, so we can bring them in immediately.
I will not stray.
We'll move up a bit, and we'll put them on the high ground here. Now, unlike the last mission, we cannot activate.
We have better firing range at this vantage.
Thank you, castigators. These Nighthorns are going to move on.
A war chest and lore cache bless this battlefield. I shall secure each in your name, Lord Sigmar.
Okay. So these are just your generic guys, chain rasp hordes. So we fought them last time.
Shall be so.
What do we get from the box? We don't know yet.
These war spoils will aid our cause.
Okay, so we'll find that war gear back in our band when we get out there. Now, they can move 2 hexes, so one of them's going to likely end up here. So let's drop some artillery on that square, that hex there. Okay. We'll shoot this one. And we'll finish this one off. So we're trying to take as little damage in return as possible. And we took 0 damage there. We're going to take 1 damage from this unit on Freya, but she will finish it off. Okay, so we're going to move up here, and we're going to drop some artillery straight onto this terrain because we know the enemy is going to spawn in that square. The hex. That one we have a Bladecast Revenant. When we can, have a bit of a look. We can right click on that and see the abilities they have. So charge is just your standard attack that everyone gets. This Whirling Death though deals area attack and it can affect people on higher terrain. So they deal 1 damage, well they apply +1 damage for 1 turn to adjacent allies. So these guys are going to have an attack buff this turn. And Legions of Death as well. So there's a bunch of attack buffs that they've got running. So let's... Oh, we're only going to do 1 damage because that higher terrain penalty we just talked about. So what we want to do then, so we don't take any retaliatory damage, we're going to hit them with this. Which is going to do 1 damage to each of them. And move our castigators here. Now this one's going to attack Freya and die. These ones are probably going to move in here, and these ones probably move down here. So we can be pretty certain there's going to be something in this hex when that shot goes off. So let's try that out. And then the next one comes in. It's probably going to kill it? No. Artillery will kill it though. So, spray wave 2. I'm not sure if I need to actually get to that or if we can just finish this fight now. I'm going to try. Shoot first. And finish them off. And we'll see if we get that lore cache. The last time I made my way around to collect it. So we got our Liberators. Got our Bloodstained Bolts, which is an ability for the Liberators. Common Sigmarite Warhammer. And it looks like we didn't get that lore cache, so you definitely have to make sure you go out of your way to pick those up. So we'll make sure of that in future. Again, only one choice here, the Sacrarium. Once again, it's a destroy all enemies. Once a sacred place, now a ruin. Destroy the enemy warband that desecrates it. This was the... I can't remember what they were called, the ones with a bit of armor and the damage buff, and I think this is the ranged unit. So we'll find out when we get in there. We're going to get our assault class and a piece of war gear for finishing this. So let's add our Liberators to here. Now we have 3 in our warband. And look at our spoils. So our units, they're both equipped. Now war gear, we have a common Sigmarite Warhammer, which has the same ability we currently have. Range 1, cooldown 1, but no cost. So if we look at... Oops. Freya's hammer at the moment, standard Sigmarite Warhammer actually costs 1 but has no cooldown. So what we're going to do is actually put that on our Liberators, I think. Give them the ability to knock back for free because Freya has the taunt. What else do we have in here? Nothing. Bloodstained Bolts. So we can put this on our Castigators under the skill. But it's going to make them cost 1 more. So it's a good ability, but it means we can no longer summon them on the first turn. We will put it on, just so we can try it out a bit more. But I'm not sure if it's worth it. I think I like the ability to be able to summon the Castigators immediately on our first turn. But we'll see. Okay, it's our warband ready. Let's go to the Sacrarium. Okay, so this is the point where we can get our Aether every turn. Now we're going to bring Freya straight in down the middle here.
The winds of magic are drawn to this ruin. This was once a holy place.
Once! Long have my kindred and I desecrated it! There's nothing for you here, Stormcast! Nothing but death itself!
You're wrong, Dark One. The ether is plentiful here. With it, the light of Sigmar will be rekindled in this dark place.
See what I mean with the overacted voices? I kind of like it. It fits the background. But also, I'm not sold on it yet. We're going to come up here. We're going to have to make sure we get this lore cache, since we found out last time it doesn't auto-collect it. So if we can funnel them into the middle here, we'll get the Liberators and Freya side by side, because they buff each other's
Are you
armor.
spectres blind to the wellspring of ether here? Perhaps I will awaken your senses to it by capturing it and wielding it against you.
And we'll get the Castigators up the top here. And I can see quite a big delay in between. Hold on, I want them to hit me this turn.
Advancing in Sigmar's name. I wield the Wellspring's power now, Spectre. Your defeat is ensured.
Yep, okay. Just saying we're going to get more blue energy every turn. I'm going to bring in the Castigators first. Just to avoid taking too much damage on the Liberators from the explosion deaths from these guys. These are all going to drop down to 1 health. Didn't hurt me. That's interesting. I'm not sure why they did 0 damage.
control our own will.
Okay. So we'll move them for there for now. We will use this, but not yet. Okay, so when I attack here, you can see it showing me where we're all going to get punted to and how much damage everyone's going to take. So if I kill that one, I take 4. I'm going to take 4 damage for any of them except for killing this one. This one I'll take 3, but I'll also deal 3 to the guys at the back, these Bladecaster Revenants. So we're going to do that. That kills them all and nearly kills the back one. Okay. Took a bit of damage. But now we'll summon our Liberators side by side, and because they're side by side with shields, we increase our armor. And I forgot to do the bomb. That should have been finishing off. But... Alright, we got the law this time. We'll just move Freya forward, deal with that one. We're going to stay side by side here. We can't reach that, so there's no point shooting because they don't move the turn that they come in. Okay, 2 Bladecaster Revenants.
My commitment is absolute.
How far can we get? Let's see how far we can get this shot into. No way out, okay.
Forward march.
So let's get my 2 tanks up forward, Freya and the other tank. Now, we can actually challenge and bring this one in now. That'll force that location. We'll take a bit of damage. This one's going to move here on its turn and attack the Liberators. So now we know where to drop this. And that should be it. Okay. And now this one. Oh, okay, they decided to go to Liberators instead of Freya. Does not matter.
No!
Either way.
The Mance rejects you! This place, it belongs to Nagat! To the dead! Not the living!
The righteous will always prevail. I have taught you that lesson, and I will teach it to each of your spectral kin in turn.
Very slow. The voice acting is very slow. Okay, there's another one down. So now we've finished those first few missions. That's essentially the tutorial, and now we've unlocked the Nighthaunt and Maggotkin campaign. So from here, it becomes the real game, essentially. So we get a new skin for Freya and the Prosecutors. So I didn't get these guys. I know I was trying it out before. So the Prosecutors are Sigmar's heralds with Stormcall Javelin in hand. They hurl his wrath on blazing wings across the battlefield. They cost 5. Whew. 3 health, 1 armor. 3 damage, 1 armor, 4 health, and 2 movement. Prosecutors are winged units that can be built towards defensive or offensive playstyles. Their primary ability, Fly, allows them to quickly relocate across the battlefield. Okay, so they can move or act on the same turn they are spawned. That's very interesting. Call of the Storm. Range 3, deals 2 damage and creates a bonus effect on the target effect. Hex. Effect disappears if used again. Damage is not reduced against units on higher terrain. And at the beginning of each turn deals 1 damage to Ignor's armor. It's kind of handy. Fly, they can move around. Costs 4 Aether though, so that's going to be hard to actually get. Reinforce, that's nice. +1 armor to adjacent allies. So I do like to have a very solid front line when I play these sort of games, and that's definitely going to help me out there. Flying units avoid terrain movement penalties, and they also have shield wall. So fantastic. This is a perfect unit that I need for my style of play. Now we got a better bow. Great bow shot gains +1 cast range. Okay, don't use it that much because the damage is lower than the artillery, and the range is shorter, but it could come in handy. And then we got some lore here. Fireside Laments, the Lore of the Dead. There's probably not much point. I'm not going to read these. Maybe I'll do a video just playing through all the lore at some point once I've collected it all, but I think that the lore is going to be fairly dry and slow going. Okay, I think that's going to do us for this video, so thanks for watching along. Join us next time. We'll start the actual campaign. We'll pick which direction we're going to go and see where the story goes with the Stormcast Eternals. So again, you've been watching Game Chambers with Chris, also known as Alkathor. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up down the bottom. If you didn't, please give me some feedback. I'm new to this and would appreciate anything you have to say, and I will read all the comments. Yeah, thank you.